Hey everybody, my name's Adam. I have opinions as inflammatory as hemorrhoids. Well, I've been researching this for a couple of days now. About Eric Esquvel. He is actually been accused of sexually assaulting a young woman by the name of Cynthia Nurgle, which they worked at Heroes and Villains comic book shop in Tucson, Arizona. I'm not sure if it got closed down or whatnot, if it still stands, but he was her boss. And she was his assistant of, marketing manager. Well, the thing about it is that well, buddy, you got a lot to say, don't you? Huh? Well, he basically, he sexually assaulted her. He did the, hey, I'm acting like a friend towards her. Then they go back to his place. It started out as consensual, but she got nervous, backed out. And she just let what happened. And the story gets deeper than that. Okay, she was afraid of releasing the guy's name, right? What type of power does he have? He works for, like a shitty imprint that used to be a great imprint that spawned a lot of my favorite stories and characters out of it. Vertigo. Which they went full-on retard, where they became the more socially aware line of DC Comics. Which, you never want to do that. And well, okay, her story, excuse me, the story is that he went after her friends, sent unsolicited dick pics and stuff like that to her via Snapchat. And this is her boss, and he's been in a polyamorous relationship, and he actually stated that publicly that polyamorous relationships are cool. And it's the way of true swinging to disappoint multiple women. He showed her to his girlfriend, and she was like, no. She's pretty, but no. And that's the way it happened, basically. Yeah. And it's just disturbing and really, really strange, too. Oops. So, and the story gets more disturbing about this guy, where they had these high school age girls through this employment program they call the minions, and he goes, I'll go after the minions. So yeah, he possibly had sex, allegedly, with underage teenage girls. So he's basically a pedophile. And where's the common sense? If I was in her shoes, she was at the time was probably blaming herself as a victim. If I was in her shoes, I would go to the cops and actually report it, rather than wait 5-6 years to come forward with this kind of disturbing thing. And then there's a bunch of people, his creative team on his book Border Town, he decided to walk off, and it's canceled. And DC Comics / Vertigo are remaining silent on this issue. The colors to Tamara Bonvillain and the artist Robbie Ramon Del Lobos just walked out, which him, Eric Esquvel, and Ramon Lobists are the most openly racist people on social media towards white people. I'm not using that. Like, it's racism is racism. Basically, that's the way I look at it. I hate identity politics, but they are really, really racist. And Tamara Bonvillain, said milk took shit about customers. I'll buy her books. I would never buy anything from Megs or anything from Michelle Perez because she said some very malicious stuff. What? What are you doing now? Come on, man. What? What? You just walk across? Is it? Yeah. Well, and that's the thing about it. It's his book basically is really, really, it's canceled. Which is kind of a good thing. I hope they actually fire him because of his actions. Because he must be held accountable for what happened. Or terminate his contract because he's a freelancer, which is a great detriment to, the comic book industry. The industry is not dying, but it's really, really sick because we have freelancers running around and shit like that. See, we gotta cut out the freelancers of the industry because really, really twisted kind of shit happens about, in the, in the industry, shit like this, because I believe that, the corporations, these people that they represent should be held accountable. I'm bringing up this old point, but yeah, that's the thing about it. We need corporate accountability. And say with mine and my friends publication house that will be launching in a year or two, if we had one of our employees or workers slated to under contract for exclusivity to work for us, if we become a success in the next few years and they're acting like a fool on social media, we'd cancel their book and just throw them out if they attack customers. And Peter Samedi is a role model of mine as a comic book professional. He's the saint of comic books, basically. Until next time, I'm signing off. Take care, take it easy. Stay safe out there. And remember, trigger some SJWs for entertainment value so they can go, Ree! Until next time, I'm signing off. I will see you guys around.